I'm not doing a trade deal with you if you're going to have war. And that's a war that spreads to other countries. You'll get nuclear dust. We'll all get nuclear dust. When they start using nuclear weapons, that stuff blows all over the place and really bad things happen.
Who's ready for a recession? Woohoo! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Y'all, we're on the edge of something really bad. And I'm talking about walking into your local stores and realizing shelves are thinning out and prices are climbing type of bad. Why? Well, thanks to Donald Trump's 145% tariff war on China, we're about to run out of a lot of shit. Like clothes, electronics, goods, basic necessities, everyday items that you buy from the store. They're gonna be gone or doubled in price. Cargo ships from China have pulled up to the US half full. Importers are canceling orders. Retailers took one look at those price tags and said, yeah, girl, she's not coming to the US of A. Because bringing in those products now costs 2.5 times more. Ports are already seeing a 35% drop in product. Next month, it could be 60%. That isn't just fewer options. That's shortages. That's empty shelves. That's supply chains collapsing. All because Trump decided to start a trade war. And guess who's paying for it? Us, both literally and figuratively. It's not only gonna be harder to find goods, it's gonna be more expensive too. And Trump's logic? This'll boost US business. What business, Donald? What business? We don't make most of that shit here. What is it boosting? You can't stimulate industries that do not exist. That's like torching every single restaurant in your town and being like, well, don't worry, this will inspire people to become chefs overnight. This is the type of logic you get when you elect a man who's bankrupt a casino. Do you understand how deeply bad at business you have to be to lose money running a casino? The entire system is rigged to make you money. And he still managed to destroy that too. And guess what, babe? This is just the beginning. So if you voted for Trump because you thought to yourself, he knows how to run a business, bitch, I hope you're ready to pay $85 for a pair of socks. Because the only business Trump knows how to run is straight into the fucking ground.
Guys, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So the United States of America is standing on the precipice of a serious economical disruption, so one that will ripple through every household, every day store and every industries. So what people are facing is not just a temporary spike in prices or a few empty shelves. So people are starting to face economical problem in the United States of America. So she is trying to say that people should try as much as possible to face a recession because of the Trump tariff which was implemented earlier. So people are going to face a systematic shock that threatens to opening to upend the entire consumer's economy, skyrocketing costs, unprecedented shortage, and a supply chain stretched to thin. So it is beginning to snap. At the center of this looming crisis is a decision that has amplified the fragility of the system. So the imposition of the extraordinary high tariff on goods from China is a key trading partner and the world's largest export. So Donald Trump administration, in a push to protect America's jobs and rebuild the US manufacturing leverage, so is staging 145% tariff on a broad range of Chinese imports. So this is going to trigger the costs of everyday grocery shopping. Yeah, it is going to trigger it a lot, and people should be ready to face a recession. This is what the MAGAs voted for. This is what they wanted. A lot of you MAGAs actually said that you are voting for a lower grocery shopping without even thinking about the tariff, how the tariff will affect the grocery shopping negatively. Anyway, guys, I don't want to talk too much, so you watch the remaining clip of this video and let me know what you think about them in the comment
Breaking
section.
news, the stock market has fallen over 660 points this morning as a result of several items. The first are Donald Trump's new tariffs that have gone into effect that raise the prices on many goods coming into the United States that we'll all pay specifically higher prices for, because it is not a foreign country that pays these tariffs. You and I are the ones that end up paying for the higher prices. That's number one. Number two, the profit numbers reported by Amazon and other companies fell because of these increasing prices and for other reasons, and that was another impact on the stock market. And then the third area was the jobs report for July only reported 73,000 jobs growth. They're expecting 100,000 plus jobs growth, so that is shrinking, that is growing smaller. And so all those are three reasons that the stock market is falling currently this morning, well over 1.3 or 1.4% at 660 points off as I speak. And it is about 10 minutes, 10:02 this morning, right now on Friday, August the 1st. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, my burned out light bulbs. Have a great day. Let me know what you think.
I quit. I'm done. I'm done with America. I'm done with taxes. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm gonna cash out like Monopoly and go and hide and move somewhere. You're telling me that my tax dollars are going to build an Alcatraz, Auschwitz, alligator Auschwitz, alligator Alcatraz Auschwitz. I don't even know what you want to call it. A detention center, a concentration camp in Florida that our tax money is paying for. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't feed this system that is doing everything that I stand against. I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for any of this. I'm done playing the game. I want a tree and a farm and land and somewhere else. I can't keep feeding into this system. Am I the only one? Because it's been, what? Today's the 2nd? It's been 7 months that this man's been in office, and I'm exhausted. And I can't do it anymore. I'm cashing out Monopoly. Am I the only? Come with me. Let's go. We're moving.
Hey, honey, do an impression of Mitch McConnell talking about the Epstein files.
Well, I went in to look at the Epstein files and immediately forgot why I walked into the room. Is this Epstein's or mine?
These people have forgotten the fact that these are life of human. These are humans, people who deserve justice, people who were molested, people who were embarrassed, molested without getting justice. So if they're actually telling us the truth, let them go ahead and release the Epstein file so that people can see it. Let them go ahead and do the needful. And why is the Republicans stopping the Democrats from releasing the file? If they are telling us the truth and if they are honest enough, let them do the needful and let the people rest. Let people rest, because people are so curious and they really want to see. They really want to know the truth. These are people who stand for justice, people who stand for truth, irrespective of their genders, their class, their states. Yeah.
He's got quite a list of people that have showed up at his island from what I've read. You know, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. So isn't there something there? And doesn't that speak of the debauchery that's at these levels?
So who Jeffrey Epstein parties with?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something.
Epstein famously spent a lot of time with Trump. Is that an issue?
I didn't know that he spent a lot of time with Trump.
I know the Democratic Party is, big into doing stuff underneath the surface level.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like human trafficking.
Oh my God. The Dems are into human trafficking.
Of course. I mean, how do you think they make most of their money anyways?
You won't let that stand.
No.
Just wait till the Epstein files come out.
Right.
It's gonna happen any minute. So you guys still are anti-human trafficking?
100%.
100%.
You guys did invite Andrew Tate to come talk to your group. Yeah.
Yep.
Andrew Tate, kind of big in the alleged human trafficking thing.
You got to make sure that's not going to be happening here.
You are not welcome here, human traffickers.
That's right.
Except you are invited to our group.
Guys, welcome back again.
Donald Trump is calling to deport U.S. citizens who were born here. Yep, out loud, he said that maybe it's time to get rid of some of the people who were born here. Now he's referring to criminals and people who do very bad things. I guess that doesn't apply to 34 felonies. But yes, that is where we're at here in the U.S. today. We have a president calling for the deportation of U.S. citizens. This comes on the heels of him visiting a migrant detention center in the Everglades that is referred to as Alligator Alcatraz, where he has said that the alligators can do their job and deal with any escapees. If that is not cruel and unusual punishment, I don't know what is. So this is what we're dealing with here in the US. We have a completely unhinged president who does not care about the Constitution whatsoever. And we are only in the first year.
Guys, like, I don't just get it at all. What really has the immigrants done to Donald Trump? Because they just keep on deporting the immigrants. Just imagine he wants to deport naturalized citizens, people who were born in the United States of America that have been recognized as a US citizen. So he is saying that he wants to start deporting them right now. Like, what actually have they done? Some of these people has contributed positively to the growth of America, and Trump is just emphasizing that he wants to deport them. What is actually going on, guys? Like, I'm not just getting it.
All right, guys, we have a major update. Donald Trump is leaving the G7 summit. He is headed back to the U.S. after what is going on over in Iran. He is also telling people to evacuate Tehran. This looks like it just escalated. I think some of our worst fears are actually coming true. Listen, if I were you, I'd start to get your family together. I would start to find a plan and start to get your go bags ready just in case anything goes left. It's time to have an evacuation plan in order. It's time for you to get your families together to know where you guys are gonna buckle down, where you're gonna meet at if anything goes wrong. Start talking to your military friends and family because this looks like it is escalating past the point of what we thought. If you don't already have a food supply, please make sure that you go get one immediately. Keep yourself and your family safe. Make sure that you have an evacuation plan in place. Gas up your cars. Do all the things that you need to do that in case you need to leave big cities, you can do so. Of course, I will update as I know more. Please stay safe and please do not take this lightly.
I have some extremely serious news right now. ICE placed a double amputee, undocumented migrant from Liberia into solitary confinement because he refused to go into a flooded cell. Had he done that, it would have completely messed up his prosthetics for his legs. Folks, I need everyone to hear this story. His name is Rodney Taylor, and according to The Guardian, he spent 3 days in what Core Civic calls a, quote, restrictive housing unit at Georgia's Stewart Detention Center after refusing to enter his cell because a leak had left the floor with about an inch of water. This would have been a disaster for Taylor. Why? Because his battery-powered, microprocessor-controlled prosthetic legs can't get wet. And instead of accommodating him and putting him in a non-flooded cell, ICE officials put him in solitary confinement for 3 days. Spread the word, share his story, and follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come.
Jen Hamilton is getting reported to the Board of Nursing in her state for reading the Bible to MAGA Christians. You couldn't make this stuff up. She literally read the book that they claim is authoritative, inerrant, univocal, inspired word of God. And they want to report her to the Board of Nursing to try to get her nursing license pulled. And as a fellow licensed healthcare provider, I'm a physical therapist, I want to tell all you MAGA Christians to go fuck yourself. Yeah. You people are the spawn of Satan. You are not saved. No, you are not. Because Jesus, you remember him? He said, you'll know a tree by its fruit. And as much as he said about faith, there's also a couple of passages like when it says he did not commit himself to men because he knew how fickle their hearts could be. He also had an entire chapter where he gave the business to the Pharisees. That's y'all. That's MAGA Christians. I grew up in church. And I know who's saved. And it ain't y'all. So, you going straight to hell. Hope this helps.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what are your thoughts. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. I'm just going to be right there waiting for you guys. Please like this video and please subscribe to my channel in case you haven't subscribed already. So you stay tuned, guys.
There was a time when American presidents at least pretended to respect borders. Not just those drawn lines on a map, but the invisible ones, marked by sovereignty, dignity, and restraint. Well, that time has passed. We now export chaos like it's corn syrup. And Donald Trump is high on his own myth. He has reached across the equator to try and rewrite the laws of another nation with nothing more than a pen and a grudge, because his buddy Bolsonaro is finally being held accountable. And that makes Trump nervous. Because when one of them goes down, it sets a precedent, and precedent is the one thing fascists fear more than truth. So on July 30th, Trump did what autocrats do when their friends are cornered. He threw a tantrum. But then he threw a tariff. He signed an executive order declaring a national emergency, and not because of a flood, not because of famine, but because Brazil's judiciary had the gall to prosecute a criminal. He used the IEEPA, which is the law meant to protect us from actual foreign threats, to punish a sovereign nation for trying to hold a man accountable for plotting a coup. But he didn't stop there. He also sanctioned the justice overseeing Bolsonaro's trial. He froze his U.S. assets, barred him from travel, and called him corrupt, authoritarian, and dangerous. And that, my friends, is projection at a geopolitical level. The same man who praised Putin, flirted with Kim, and dined with Orban just accused a sitting Brazilian judge of tyranny. All for trying to preserve democracy while Trump's twin tried to light it on fire. And make no mistake, this is not about policy. This is not about trade. It's not about America first. This is very personal. It's payback. It's vengeance wrapped in the stars and stripes. And Trump doesn't give a good goddamn about soybean prices or currency volatility. He cares about Bolsonaro staying free. Because Bolsonaro staying free keeps the lie alive that elections don't matter, that truth is negotiable, and that power belongs to the loudest liar in the room. But Brazil has said no. President Lula, for all his flaws and scars, has stood his ground. He said Brazil would not be blackmailed. He said justice wasn't up for trade. And the people met that tyranny with memes. They started a social media rebellion, a digital middle finger, if you will. They turned Trump's rage into satire, and for once, the internet became a weapon for democracy instead of division. And it's beautiful, it's wild, and it's Brazilian. It's also very effective, because this time the playbook didn't work. This time the strongman threat met a people who had seen it all before and are done being shamed. They're done being bossed, and they're done being told that their justice system is illegitimate because it dares to function. But let's not miss the point. What Trump did isn't just inappropriate, it's dangerous. He used American power to try and suppress another country's judiciary. He wielded the economy like a club, and he sanctioned a judge in a democratic nation for doing his job. You know who does that? Not Roosevelt, not Eisenhower, not Kennedy or Reagan, not even Bush or Nixon. Tyrants do that. And it might not even hold. Legal experts are already circling. A trade case, VOS elections versus United States, is waiting in the wings and will probably rip this executive order to shreds. The very law Trump used will probably betray him. But that's the problem with arsonists. They forget which way the wind blows. But here's the part that burns deepest. If you're still defending this, if you're still waving your little flag and saying this is about strength or patriotism or leadership, then ask yourself, do you really believe in any of it? Or do you just believe in power so long as your guy's the one holding the stick? Because if you believe in justice, you don't threaten judges. And if you believe in freedom, you don't sanction sovereign nations for doing what we claim to stand for. If you believe in America, you don't use her as a cudgel to save the guilty and punish the brave. This wasn't freedom. It's not foreign policy. This is a hostage note and a shakedown written in White House letterhead. But Brazil said no. Thank God, Brazil said no. Defiance till death.
Guys, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. So right now, Trump is saying that he wants to start deporting US citizens. Yeah, that he wants to start the deporting people who were born in the United States of America. Yeah, people who are US citizen by birth. He wants to start deporting them. And I have been asking a lot of questions like, what have the immigrants done to Donald J? What have the immigrants done that he keep on deporting the immigrants without stopping? And you guys could remember what he said earlier on November before he took the office, right? So what he said was that he was going to be deporting just the undocumented immigrants. That was his statement during that period. And right now he is now diverting it, saying that he wants to start deporting US citizens, people who were born in the United States of America. Like, it's not all of these people that are criminals, even though some of them are criminals, but majority of them are not criminals. And majority of these people have also contributed positively to the growth of America. So why is he saying that he wants to deport those naturalized immigrants, people who were born in the United States of America? Yeah, even some of these immigrants has worked tirelessly. They have really worked, contributed positively. They have paid so much taxes, and now he wants to start deporting them. Deporting them to where? Where is he going to deport them to? Deport them to where? Just imagine someone waking up one morning realizing that he is no longer a US citizen. Oh my goodness. What he said earlier was he was going to be deporting the undocumented and those people with criminal record. And as it stands right now, most of the people that Donald Trump is deporting, they are not illegal, and most of them do not have any criminal record. They do not have any bad record at all, and he keep on deporting them just because he do not want to see immigrants, just because he wants to do some cleanup. Oh my God, like, I really do think that this is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand. This means that nobody is safe in the United States of America. Whether you are illegal or whether you are undocumented, whether you are a US citizen, in fact, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. And these are the people that are doing most of the jobs in the United States of America, especially the dirty jobs, the job that US origins do not want to do. They are the ones doing this job, and they want to keep on deporting them. Like, seriously. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what are your thoughts. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. And I'm just going to be right there waiting for you guys. Stay tuned and see you all in my next episode. Bye.